I'm so glad to be back in Maui.
So many nice things over here.
It's first class, from where you stay, to the food, to the people.
We take a weekend and go for a run.
Go to Maui, Hawaii, vacation.
Said, where do I want to go for my first marathon? I'm going to Maui.
Aloha and welcome to beautiful Maui, world-renowned resort destination where we've just celebrated the 36th annual running of the Maui Marathon. Please join us as we take a look back throughout the course of the weekend of fun, sun, and of course running festivities here in the land of Aloha. And with almost 800 Japanese athletes with us again this year, we'd like to say, Nihon no senshi no minasan, Dai 36回 Maui Marathon e yokoso. Aloha.
Probably 20,000 sponges out there and another 3,000 cones and highway barricades, but we're well set, ready to go.
It's a 5:30 a.m. start for the Maui Marathon, which all gets underway in the town of Kahului, then cuts across the island, making a beeline for the ocean. And then a combination of a few hills and the spectacular scenery of the coastline to take your breath away, all the way to the finish at the Whalers Village in the Kaanapali Resort. A quick traditional group aerobics warm-up to shake out any pre-race jitters. And a chance to snap some group photos as the runners begin to make their way around the block to the start. Getting a slight head start over the other runners, Holly Coaster of Bedford, Ohio, our one and only wheelchair athlete. And we are off and running for the 36th annual Maui Marathon. 1,700 athletes from around the globe. Breaking off the front at the first mile marker, this group of 4 has already set a quick sub-6 minute per mile pace.
So many nice things over here. The topography of the land, the nature, and everything looks great to me. This is the only marathon I have ever done, and I always come here to do this. And just up to meet the people again, they're great.
Bob and Emily, they put together a great race, and it's nice to come out and do a marathon in Maui. I mean, as far as what he's looking to go out on the marathon, as far as pace, we should give us something to at least help each other out. Got a little foot issue, but I think it's manageable.
Leighton Katsuda and Joe Alouetta, both Maui residents, in 3rd and 4th. The 2006 Maui Marathon and Half Marathon is being brought to you by the Westin Maui, where heaven and aloha meet. Kaanapali Resort, where the world comes to play. The Hawaii Tourism Authority. And the Maui Visitors Bureau. Coming up, we'll catch up with the women's leaders in the full marathon and head to Lahaina Town for the Front Street Mile. With the sun making its appearance now at just about 6:28 a.m., we see our early leaders coming through the scenic lookout point at about mile 9. It's Jacob Rodich in the lead, followed only a few minutes back by Leighton Katsuda of Kihei, Maui, a former high school cross-country star, and Scott Lowe of Canton, Georgia, very close in third. Another Maui resident and longtime Maui Marathon runner, Joe Alouetta, here in fourth. And a little farther back on the course, looking smooth in fifth, is James Sharamita of La Jolla, California. And now a look at the women's race. It's Kayoko Nomura of Osaka, Japan with an early lead, and our defending champion, Sayuri Kusutani, in a close second. Kayoko Nomura, Sayuri Kusutani, and rounding out the top three, Yoko Yamazawa. For the men, Jacob Rodich, Scott Lowe, and Leighton Katsuda, so far in the 2006 Maui Marathon. Each year at the Maui Marathon, on Friday evening, it's time for the pre-race Carbo Party festivities, known as one of the best marathon carbo parties in the world because of the scrumptious food and local Hawaiian entertainment. It's time for the athletes to get together for a relaxing pre-race meal and catch up with friends, perhaps, to discuss strategies for the big event come Sunday. Coming into a few hills as they run through the Pali Cliffs before hitting the spectacular coastal section. A quick look at our wheelchair athlete, Holly Coaster, taking advantage of a little bit of a downhill section of the course.
Last year I finished with 2:55, but this year if I can break 3 hours, I'll be happy. And even I can finish, I'll be happy, I think, because I almost gave up running last year.
Sayuri has now overtaken our early leader, Kayoko Nomura, to move into first place. Knowing this course better than anyone and showing no signs of slowing down, Joe Alouetta picks off a fading Scott Lowe. And meanwhile, James Sharamita, still cruising smoothly, is closing ground. Next up, we take you to the Maui Tacos 5K run. Then we head to downtown Lahaina for the Front Street Mile with world-class athletes who are gunning for a sub-4-minute mile. On Saturday, the running activities kick off with the Maui Tacos 5K run, celebrating its 10th year here in 2006. It's a great opportunity for lots of friends and family members who aren't running the full or half marathon to jump into the fun. And even some who are running the marathon, a chance to warm up perhaps, a day prior to the big event. Congratulations to our Maui Tacos 5K winners. And then in the peak of the afternoon, it's off to downtown Lahaina, where the streets are closed off and athletes of all ages and abilities come out as the running festivities continue with the Lahaina Front Street Mile.
It's an event that's now in its 5th year now, and we've been putting this thing on with, I mean, every year it's getting better and better. We're getting a lot more athletes coming in. More elite athletes want to come out and be a part of it. And, you know, I think today we have almost about 200, 215 total attendance, which is probably breaks our all-time best.
Maui no ka oi, or Maui is the best. As we take a look at some of the best milers in the business.
But I noticed the crowd was a lot bigger this year than it has been in the past. And the last time it came was a lot bigger than the ones before. So it's just gonna build up and build up. But this one's an incredible race.
After the rolling hills of the Pali Cliff section, we continue along the beautiful Maui coastline. And at the Papalaua Beach Park, it's Joe Alouetta offering a little Hawaiian hospitality to fellow Maui runner Leighton Katsuda. And let's take another look at the top 3 men and women so far. Jacob Rodich, Joe Alouetta, and Leighton Katsuda. And for the women, Sayuri Kusutani, Kayoko Nomura, and Yoko Yamazawa. At almost 7 a.m., we'll see how this shapes up with these two later. Coming up, we'll take a look at the half marathon, as our leaders in the full marathon, Sayuri and Jacob, enter into Lahaina. Welcome back to the 2006 Maui Marathon. Currently in second place, local runner Joe Alouetta getting pumped up and keeping time with the Japanese taiko drummers. The official host hotel of the Maui Marathon is the Westin Maui Resort and Spa. Located in beautiful Kaanapali, right at the finish line, this luxury resort offers activities for everyone, from sports and recreation to classes for the kids, to relaxation and pampering in the multi-million-dollar spa. And enjoy flavors of Hawaii at a host of fine dining restaurants. When you're thinking Maui, think Westin Maui Resort and Spa, where heaven and aloha meet. Our full marathon leader, Jacob Rodich, receiving rather enthusiastic cheers from spectators to push him along. Holding strong in second is Joe Alouetta as they both pass the half marathon turnaround, leaving a little over 6 miles to go to the finish. Also included in the running activities over the weekend is the ever-popular half marathon, an out-and-back course with the start and finish in Kaanapali. For those who aren't quite ready to bite off the full chunk of 26.2 miles, they can still get out there for the same incredible scenery with 13.1. Back with our women's leader, Sayuri, who attends grad school in Honolulu. She had to overcome some challenges with severe dehydration after last year's race and had to take a break from running for over 4 months.
After the finish line, I was taken to the medical tent and got 2 bags of IV. I was totally dehydrated. And then, but still, the next week, I started running again. And in 1 month, I ran 30K race. But after that, I had lots of problems and I didn't actually run seriously for 4 months and almost gave up running.
But she's back and still out in front. And our men's leader, Jacob Rodich, now entering Lahaina. So top 3 for the men, Jacob Rodich, Joe Alouetta, and Leighton Katsuda. Sayuri Kusutani, Kayoko Nomura, and Yoko Yamazawa, top 3 for the women. Each year at the Maui Marathon, we see a special group of runners and walkers representing the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Team in Training. Their mission, to find a cure for leukemia, lymphoma, Hodgkin's disease, and myeloma, and to improve the quality of life of patients and their families. Back with our leaders on Front Street Lahaina, Jacob Rodich in the closing miles is on his way to his 3rd win here in Maui, with Joe Alouetta holding strong in second. Holly now making it through Front Street. She's looking at somewhere near a 3-hour marathon. Sayuri Kusutani still in the lead, making sure to stay hydrated. But closing quickly is Noriko Murakami, who has come out of nowhere to move into second past Yoko Yamazawa. And one of our early leaders, Scott Lowe, who was second back here in 2000 with a very fast 2:36 marathon, is showing a bit of a struggle today. So here's how it looks with just a few miles to go to the finish. For the men, Jacob Rodich, Joe Alouetta, and Leighton Katsuda. And the women, Sayuri Kusutani, moving up into second, Noriko Murakami and Yoko Yamazawa. The weekend of the Maui Marathon also includes a complete marathon expo, offering the runners and family members everything they need for a successful Maui Marathon. Athletes can relax with a soothing pre-race massage or purchase some commemorative Maui Marathon gear. It's all right here at the expo at the Westin Resort and Spa. We'll be right back with the exciting finish of the 2006 Maui Marathon. The 2006 Maui Marathon and Half Marathon has been brought to you by the Westin Maui, where heaven and aloha meet. Kaanapali Resort, where the world comes to play. The Hawaii Tourism Authority. And the Maui Visitors Bureau. The final stretch of the course comes out of Lahaina and to the finish at Kaanapali and Whalers Village. Rodich heading into Whalers Village now. The finisher's medal and t-shirt, the lei, and a host of post-race refreshments and goodies. Maui, a world-famous resort destination with always plenty of activities for the entire family. So whether you're here to run or just relax, there's something for everyone. From shopping to surfing to a leisurely boat ride or a scenic drive around the island. Or simply relax and enjoy the breathtaking beauty of the islands. Maui has it all. And Jacob Rodich does it again for his third straight win here at the Maui Marathon. An impressive 2:33:44.
Yeah, 3 times. I can't believe it. This is awesome.
Jacob Rodich, 3 times, everybody! Maui Marathon! Well, Jacob, 3 times in a row, you gotta feel really, really happy about this.
Thank you. I really feel excited and honored to win the 3rd time. It was very hot and humid and windy, but I got to win.
Yes, you did. Congratulations, everybody. 3-time men's champion, Jacob Rodich, Austin, Texas, by way of Kenya.
I am really glad I won it, and I am very excited for everybody. It's a big win for all of us.
And it's our first local finisher and 2nd place overall today, Joe Alouetta, as he passes some of the half marathoners at the finish line with a time of 2:43:04. Congratulations, Joe, as he receives the traditional Maui Marathon lei at the finish line.
But this is such a world-class marathon right out my front door. I mean, literally it starts half a mile away from my house. So it's very convenient to just get up and go to the start and run. So it's kind of nice.
And our 3rd place men's finisher from La Jolla, California, back for his 4th top 5 finish here in Maui, is James Shiramita. He and his wife Cheryl are also coaches for Team in Training.
It's just been a phenomenal trip. Love Maui, and like I said, I'm just so thrilled to have finished 3rd overall.
She took 4 months off from running entirely after suffering severe dehydration after last year's win. Sayuri Kusutani coming into the finish for her 2nd straight win here in Maui. She wanted to run sub 3 hours and goes 3:05, but it's not about the time, it's about the overall win.
It was not easy, but for me, I can only, finish really good 1st place here. So I love it, and the view is awesome.
And just over a minute behind in 2nd place is Japan's Noriko Murakami. With a strong closing few miles, she's moved herself into an impressive 2nd place. And one of our pre-race favorites, but having some trouble today, is Scott Lowe, who would rather suffer a little than not finish at all.
And what's funny is Jacob started the race, he didn't have socks, and I asked him, you raced with no socks? He said, no, I forgot them, so I gave him my cotton socks that I had brought with me, so I guess they worked for him.
And here's how it shaped up for the 2006 Maui Marathon. The top 3 men overall: Jacob Rodich for his 3rd consecutive Maui Marathon, followed by Joe Alouetta and James Shiramita. For the women, Sayuri Kusutani takes her 2nd Maui Marathon, followed by Noriko Murakami and Yoko Yamazawa.
Maui's just an absolutely beautiful place to stay, relax, and run a marathon.
Mahalo nui loa, or thank you very much. Congratulations to all the participants, and big thanks to the sponsors and volunteers. A special thanks to race director Bob Craver and all his hard-working team for another successful and fun-filled event. Well, thanks for joining us for the 36th annual Maui Marathon. And now it's time for a little R&R here at the beautiful Westin Maui Resort and Spa. We'll see you next year in Maui. Remember, Maui no ka oi. Maui is the best. Aloha.